In this video, I'm going to be showing you all of my favorite free plugins. All of them are absolutely free, and there's a lot of cool stuff in here that I want to demonstrate. And I'm not going to go into super detail about them, but I'm going to give you enough information to kind of give you the basic overview of them. So I just have a kick and a snare and a simple little bass line. So I'm going to start off with the first plugin. It's called the Ronin Fed RF AB303. So if we open this, I just made a real simple bass line, but it's just a sawtooth right now, which isn't special, but it's cool when you have the filters and stuff like that. And there's some cool effects on here, and the presets are actually good. So watch, I'm going to go through the presets. This should be a decent enough preset right here. And you could also go into the effects. There's some cool distortion and stuff. Let's see here. What would be a good thing for the distortion? So they got some pretty cool presets for this. And if you want to know more about all the different buttons and stuff, I actually have a full walkthrough of this plugin. But I'm just going to probably keep it on this one for now. That's fine. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn the delay and the reverb off. So this is pretty dry. Probably turn it up a little bit. And then the next plugin, this was actually I think it's like $160, but the company is going out of business. So this is actually a free download. It's called the Spacer by who is it by? Spectral Plugins. So if you just look up Spectral Plugins, they have 3 free plugins that they're giving away. It's like over $200, $200 or $300. So I'm just going to go into here and I'm just going to play it with the 303 on here. So here's the preset things you can go through. It's got like reverb and different kind of stuff like that, but it's cool just to kind of go through the presets and see exactly what it does. I kind of like the bathroomizer. So you could just turn them on and off right here. Gives some pretty cool effects. But anyways, yeah, this thing was like $160 regular, and it's free right now. So I'm gonna get rid of this, and then now I'm going to, let's see here. Oh, I have the what's it called? Tape stop. This is pretty cool right here. So this is by Kilohertz, and it's just called Tape Stop. This is free. So if you hit play, you can do the start time and the stop time. So watch. Let's lengthen it. So you can mess around with the thing just start and stopping. Well, actually, I want to see what happens if I throw this on the master bus. Let's see here. I want to see what happens if I... Whoops. Put it up here and put this on the master bus. Oh yeah, it stops the whole thing. Yeah, so it stops the whole thing if you throw it on the master bus. That's kind of cool. But anyways, yeah, I've used this a couple times, and yeah, I highly recommend the tape stop, especially if you get it good. I probably didn't do the best demonstration of it, but it's still a pretty cool thing. So let's go to probably like this could be decent. Next, the pan flow. This is actually good. I've used this for hi-hats, and it's just a thing that pans. But the cool thing about it is you can create basically any sort of LFO shape that you kind of want from this. So I'm just gonna hit play. Like if we go to the default, I think I made a sine wave right here. See, it's just kind of panning on here, and you can do the speed and stuff like that. So if you want it quicker. And if you want to adjust the shape, all you got to do is just kind of click on it, and then just anywhere that you want to mess with the thing on there, you can just, go to town, do whatever you want on it. So that's a pretty cool panning LFO for free. It's called Pan Flow. So I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to go into some ducking stuff. So if we go to, the Flux Mini 2, this is actually pretty cool. I like this one because this is just, here, I'll just show you what's going on. It's basically a volume LFO, but you can control on this, and I use it for like sidechain, just for like ducking and stuff like this. So you can take, this, bring it up here, and then so now you basically have like a little sidechain thing on if you want to duck it to like every quarter note. And the gray is what it's cutting out. So you notice how some of the stuff is pink and the other stuff's gray. The gray stuff, this is what it's cutting out. I'm actually going to turn the effects back on. And now I'm gonna, so that's a pretty cool thing for the ducking. Another cool one is, so that's the Flux Mini 2, and that's by Calum Audio. Calum, I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyways, so I'm gonna delete that, and the next one is called Pump. There it is, Pump Sidechain Gate Effect, and this is a cool one too. You can change the rate right over here and the floor on how much you want it ducked. I think this actually works better than that other LFO tool, than that Mini Flux. But you can slide the thing over, but the tension on here. So you can, by the tension, you can have it do it shorter, and the floor, you can have it start out higher. And there's different presets and stuff like that by going through, going through right here. So that's good for sidechain. It's called Pump by Sonic Bits. So I'm actually going to keep this on because I kind of like it, how it's kind of doing that effect. We can do oh, this is actually really good. I like the TDR Nova, and this is a free EQ on here. So let's go into this, and I just threw it on my snare. Okay, why isn't it plugged in? Hold on, let's see what's going on. This should be working. There it is. Okay, so it is working. So it's a little tricky at first because it doesn't have the spectral thing on at first. So you can either have the signal going in by hitting the in, or you can go out. I usually just hit out so I can see what exactly is getting outputted. So if we hit play, you can, let's just start from the left, the high pass. You can go over here and you can high pass the thing. It's cool because it shows the hertz right here. You can just take it like there, or I think you can, yeah, you can click on here and then drag up or down to move it. Same with the slope. There's 24. There's actually, it goes to 72, I think. Yeah, 72, like an engineer's cut. And then it goes all the way to 6 decibels, depending on what you want to do. So you can high pass on here, and then you could low pass as well, and that does the same thing, except for it's just low pass. Next, there's only 4 bands on here, which isn't that great, but it's, I mean, for the most part, man, it's been doing everything that I really need. I haven't really, or I guess there's, yeah, there's 4, so I haven't really needed anything over 4. But what's cool about this is that it's a dynamic EQ, meaning that you can add compression to a certain band of frequencies. So I'm just going to boost the lows on here, and I'm going to throw the compressor on here. But to do that, all you have to do is hit the threshold. So watch. And then you can see the signal going on here. So just drop it, and you can see it start to move. You can mess with the attack and the release right here, so you can have a super fast attack and fast release. Right down here is the Q, so you can make it thinner if you want. You can do like a low shelf on here too, or a high shelf. It just kind of depends. And then here's the gain, and you can dial in the frequency and stuff here. Here's for the ratio for the what's it called? For the compressor. I think this might be wideband. So you got a lot of different options here. I usually just keep stuff on Bell and just kind of mess with that. I mean, I sometimes use the threshold or the compressor on here, but for the most part, you could just kind of boost and drop stuff. So in this case, we could probably do like a high shelf on here and just kind of boost this right here. Sounds a little bit better. So there's that, but also I want to get into, there's another thing by Kilohertz. It's called the Transient Shaper, which is pretty cool. I like this because it's super simple yet really effective. And you can see the signal right here, and by the attack you can move up the transient. The pump will drop the middle of it, and the sustain will bring up the tail end of it. So if we put this back to factory, watch the difference when I mess with the attack. We just solo this. turn it off. Hear the difference? So that works good for your drums. I highly recommend this for doing if you want like a harder attack or whatever and stuff for like your kick or your snare. There's this for the kick on here. I'm going to demonstrate the what's it called? What am I going to do for? Oh yeah, the saturator on here. So if I take the saturator, BPB saturator. So there's tape distortion and tube distortion. Gives that extra little bit of saturation on here. And this works good for really anything that you want to add saturation to. So that's cool. BPB saturator. Bedroom Producers blog. So there's that. I'm actually just going to get rid of this saturator. So I think now we could probably get into, let's just do the OTT real quick. You guys have probably heard of that before, but like if I throw on, let's just throw up the serum on here, and I have a growl here. I'm just going to show you the difference of, whoops, user. I'm just going to add my growl 3. Okay, so here it is regular. Kind of weak. Notice the difference when I drop in an OTT. Where'd it go? Here we go. See that difference? You go in there and you can just control what you want on here. So if you don't want so much low, you can turn it down. So just, yeah, just kind of mess with that. It's good to throw on like kind of EDM sounds and stuff. Like, that's just what I do, you know. I'm sure it has a million different things. What else is there? Okay, I guess I gotta go to the master bus real quick, and then we could throw on like a compressor. This is actually the TDR Nova. They make a compressor right here. It's called the Kotelnikov, something like that. So kind of small, which I didn't really like. I haven't figured out a way to make it bigger or not. But you can see the signal coming right here, so you could turn the threshold down and it'll probably start doing the gain. There you go. And then you can do the release RMS or the release peak, and here's the attack and stuff. And then the makeup gain is cool because it shows the signal of how much reduction you have right here. So you can turn it up, and then you can have this signal until it hits right here, so you know that you're getting all your full makeup back. And this would be a good time to introduce the G-Clipper. Where is it? Yeah, G-Clip Wave Shaping Clipper. So you can see right here that the signal, you see the big things, you can see the signal right there. So you can take the clip and then you turn it down and it will clamp, and it's basically just hard clipping everything over this point. And I use this at times to get more headroom to be able to use this the kilohertz limiter is super simple, yet it's really clean. I really like it. So we could use this to really push the maximum output. Kilohertz. Just limiter, very simple, yet it's pretty clean. Let me see here. I think that's pretty much it that I wanted to go over. Let me just double check. I did the pan flow spacer, that. Okay, and then there's the Ulean loudness meter. So we can see what exactly is going on right here. See, true peak, we're going over 3 decibels, but we're hitting 6 LUFS. But, so we definitely have to turn this down on here, but, you know, do whatever you want. This is a good way to measure the loudness on here, and it's free. It's called Ulean loudness meter. Oh, I know what I'm going to show you guys. This is pretty cool. Cardinal. So, if I'm just going to go to the rack and just bring it down here, and then I'm just going to drop Cardinal into here. So this is by Distro, and it's Cardinal, and it's a modular synth. And I'm going to actually just open up a thing that I have for this Cardinal patches. Here's one that I made, maybe Asian hip hop. Yeah. So if you just go into it, like you can go like the synth right here. There's Cardinal, and then there's Cardinal synth. Right here is just like a, what's it called? It'll load up a synthesizer for you right here. Let's move it to like a sawtooth. So unplug this and then plug in the sawtooth. And they got some other kind of cool stuff. So if you're into modular, this is basically like a free, what's it called? It's like a free VCV rack alternative. And it's got tons of different stuff. So like if you go to, what do you do? I forget how to use this. Edit, view. I don't even know what's going on. Oh yeah, you right click it. I haven't used this in a couple months. And then you can go to just there's like 1,000 different stuff you can go. And I've created some kind of cool stuff with this. I'm actually going to, because I'm in the synth one. So if you get out of the synth one and then you just load up the regular one, there is another project that I can show you that I did. So let's open this, and then I'm going to go to File, Open. Let me just go back to my generative, maybe drums. Let's try drums. Oh yeah, It's got the growl. There's that, and then there's another one that's a generative. I think we could just go open new patch, and then we'll go to the generative one. See what that one's all about. It's pretty complex. It's got a lot of stuff kind of going on. So you can create some really cool stuff. There's that, and then I'm just going to delete this. And then there's also at the very end, this is, you guys probably already know about this one, but I figured I'd just throw it in there with Vital. You can create basically, it's like a Serum alternative. I think Serum's a lot better, especially with the presets available and stuff like that. And just the tutorials alone, Serum is worth that $160 to pay for it. But if you don't want to pay for anything and you want like a wavetable synth, Serum is kind of a good way to go. Let's see if I have, yeah, we can go to like author, Brocard. Let's see what this one's all about. So you have your oscillators right here. You can, I think you can drag and drop in wavetables. Here's your LFO right here, your volume envelopes or whatever envelopes that you want. Your filters, macros over here, effects are in here. So yeah, that's Vital. So anyways, these are my favorite plugins that I've been using lately, and I apologize if I didn't give super clear instructions on all of them. A lot of the I just use for real basic stuff, just to, you know, whatever, experiment and stuff like that. So anyways, hopefully you guys found this you know, beneficial, and you can use some of these plugins to create your own music. Anyways, I'll just see you later.
Welcome to